Look at the next question, dear students. Find domain of sine inverse of x square by 2 plus 2 by x square. I think you know this. X square by 2. I am talking about sine inverse of x square by 2. Sine inverse of x square by 2 exists if and only if x square by 2 is less than or equal to 1 and this is greater than or equal to minus 1. This clearly implies, dear students, multiply by 2 both the sides, minus 2 less than or equal to x square less than or equal to plus 2. Is that correct? As always x square is positive, we can say x square belongs to 0 to 2. Is that correct? So instead of writing minus 2, I can write 0 to 2. Or I can say x square is less than or equal to 2. Is that correct? X square is less than or equal to 2 implies x square is less than or equal to 2 implies x is less than or equal to root 2, right? Greater than or equal to minus root 2. How do you say that? See, I am just drawing the graph of y is equal to x square minus 2, right? X square minus 2. See, actually x square less than or equal to 2 means x square minus 2 less than or equal to 0. This is a parabola, right? Y is equal to x square minus 2 is a parabola with roots minus root 2, zeros as minus root 2 and plus root 2. Between minus root 2 to plus root 2, right, the parabola or the quadratic equation will attain negative values. Therefore, x belongs to minus root 2 to plus root 2 including both, right. This is the first concept. But look at the second part, dear students. What do we have in second part? 2 by x square. See, forget about this. 2 by x square is defined for all x which is not equal to 0. What do you mean by this? If x is 0, 2 by x square is not defined because 2 by x square becomes 2 by 0 infinity. So here the only exception in the domain minus root 2 to plus root 2, we should exclude 0 because we have to consider the intersection. See, domain of sine inverse of 2 x square by 2 is minus root 2 to plus root 2. Whereas domain of 2 by x square is set of all real numbers except 0. So if you consider intersection, it is minus root 2 to plus root 2 minus 0 except 0, or you can write it as minus root 2 to 0 union 0 to root 2 where 0 is in open bracket and root 2 is in closed bracket. So the solution for this is minus root 2 to plus root 2 except 0. See, do we have any option? Yes, we have option A, minus root 2 to plus root 2 except 0. I hope, dear students, you have understood this, right? Please make a note of this. Dear students, before discussing next question, you should know this. Cos inverse of x is defined when x belongs to what? See, cos inverse of x is defined if x belongs to minus 1 to plus 1. If you know this concept, dear students, you can easily solve this question. Look at the question. Domain of cos inverse of 1 minus 2x by 4 is, see dear students, 1 minus 2x divided by 4 must lie between minus 1 and plus 1. Is that correct? This implies multiply by 4 to both the sides, minus 4 less than or equal to 1 minus 2x less than or equal to plus 4. Subtract by minus 1, minus 4, minus 1, less than or equal to minus 2x, which is less than or equal to 4 minus 1. This implies minus 4 minus 1 is what? Minus 5. Minus 5 less than or equal to minus 2x less than or equal to 3. Divide by minus 2. What happens? 5 minus 5 divide by minus 2. So, minus 5 by minus 2 is greater than or equal to x. The reason is, if you divide by minus sign, inequality reverses. So, that means to say, so if you have lesser than, so that will be greater than that. For example, minus 2 is greater than minus 3, but 3 is greater than 2. So, minus 5 by minus 2 is greater than or equal to, we have actually multiplied with minus sign. So, therefore, this will become greater than. So, 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 by 2 with minus sign, minus 3 by 2. Minus 3 by 2 is minus 1.5. So, plus 5 by 2. So, x belongs to minus 1.5 to plus 2.5. Option A is correct. So, this is as simple as a basic inequality chapter question, right? So, I hope, dear students, you have understood this. Please make a note of this. Now, let us talk about next problem. And before discussing, you should know this. One of the property of domain. If f of x by g of x is a function, then domain of f of x by g of x is domain of f of x intersection domain of g of x, provided g of x is not equal to 0. See, dear students, domain of f of x by g of x is domain of f of x, domain of f of x intersection domain of g of x for all x where g of x is not equal to 0. If you know this concept, you can easily solve this. This is a very simple basic question, dear students. What is domain of sin x by 3 minus x? Sin x domain, sin x is defined for what value of sin x? X sin x is defined for all x. Is that correct? For all x belongs to set of real numbers. But 3 minus x should not be equal to 0. And domain of 3 minus x is set of real numbers. Therefore, x is not equal to 3. But x belongs to set of real numbers. Now, what is the intersection? But x belongs to set of real numbers except minus 3, right? Except x is equal to 3, right? Except plus 3. Therefore, answer is set of all real numbers except 3. Understood? Therefore, option D is correct.
ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ದಿವಿಗೆ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಹೇಳಿ, ಇದೇ ಥರ ನೂರಾರು ವೀಡಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಫ್ರೀಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ.